Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This is going to be another commentary. I'm playing some Call of Duty Zombies, Call of Duty Mobile, and this shit is really fun. This is my first game. I have to use a few revives, but other than that, I think I did pretty good. But this video is going to be about how to manage opioid withdrawal. Some tips from minor personal experience to just some general things you can take, things you can do. But yeah, so let's kind of get into it. Let's see what we can do about it. So the most helpful thing would be to taper off. Tapering means, you know, every weekly or bi-monthly, twice a month, you lower your dose. You can either lower it to half, take it down to three-fourths, what works for you. That would be the best thing, the easiest. Actually, it depends on what you're using. If you're using like something really hard, then it might be hard to have the, drive and the ability to not use it all up at once, to start tapering off of it. But that is the thing you can do. Some things you can take. So, kratom. Kratom would be very useful in opioid withdrawal. It's actually technically an opioid. I don't know what specific opioid receptor it affects, but I know it also affects dopamine, and some other monoamines. So it can, kind of get your brain chemicals going and getting them back to normal. So kratom would be a good idea. Gabapentinoids, gabapentin, phenibut, lyrica. I have, I've used gabapentin to help me. But yeah, those three would work very well. Actually, I think gabapentin works pretty incredibly well, especially for helping you sleep. That's one of the worst parts about it is you can't sleep. So gabapentin really helps with the nerve pain too, the restless legs. So yeah, gabapentinoids are a good idea. Benzos. Now, this is where it gets kind of dangerous. As many of you know, if you mix benzos with opioids, it can cause a potentially deadly interaction. So you need to make sure you're not taking too much of either of it. But benzos would help a lot with anxiety, helping you sleep. Non-benzos, or what are they called? Non-benzodiazepines like zolpidem, yeah, aka Ambien, that could help you sleep too. I would avoid taking Tylenol PM, diphenhydramine at all costs to help you sleep. It will not help you sleep, and on top of that, it will make your restless legs 10 times worse, and it will make your nerve pain worse. So I would at all costs avoid Tylenol PM. But some other things that would be helpful to take. So L-theanine, um, that is a it affects GABA, dopamine, and serotonin, and it also positively affects the way your brain waves work. So that could be good to add on top of some other things. It's called L-theanine. I don't know if I said it correctly earlier, but um, you could try tianeptine, it affects the opioid receptor, and it also affects dopamine. It's getting harder and harder to find places to buy tianeptine online. So if anyone finds a good spot, if you're looking for it, let me know because I'm looking for some good places to buy it, but it's getting harder and harder to find. So tianeptine, it is actually an atypical antidepressant, but it does not work on the same receptors that antidepressants normally work, and it affects the brain very differently. It actually affects, like I said earlier, dopamine, and I don't remember what specific opioid receptor affects, but it does affect an opioid receptor. So, I'm trying to go through my mind on things you could try valerian and chamomile tea. That would be, I would add that on top of some other things because I don't think that would work very well alone, but that could potentially help with anxiety a lot. Um, or you could go to your doctor and ask for Suboxone or methadone. They are starting to tighten up on giving things out, such as Suboxone and especially methadone. But you could go to your doctor and ask them, hey man, maybe you could either prescribe it to me or yeah, you can give me, try it, see it how it works. But Suboxone and methadone are usually used for either heroin or like oxycodone, strong painkillers, not like hydrocodone. You probably won't get a prescription for Suboxone. For hydrocodone, you you could ask them to hospitalize you, which I don't, if you don't want your family to know about it, if you don't want, people in the hospital to know about it, then I would avoid this. But they can hospitalize you, and they will likely IV you Ativan. So zero point 0.5 milligrams, they'll put in an IV and occasionally give it to you, just so you're able to, work, be able to function the next few days. And they'll keep you in the hospital maybe 2, 3 days, just depending on how it works out for you, how you're feeling. If you're able to, get out in the world. So yeah, those are some tips for people going through opioid withdrawal. Like I said, tapering off is the ideal way to do it, and then you can add some of the supplements I listed. I'm gonna leave them all in the description with places to where you can buy it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope maybe someone got some help out of it. I will see you later. Goodbye.